The night was shrouded in a thick, eerie fog as Detective Sarah Miller stared at the old case files spread out on her desk. The Zodiac Killer, a name that still sent shivers down the spines of those who remembered the unsolved murders from decades past. The cryptic letters, the taunting messages, and the fear that gripped the city all remained etched in the annals of criminal history. Sarah had always been drawn to this case, a mystery that had eluded her predecessors. As she delved into the yellowed documents and faded photographs, she felt the weight of a shadowy presence lingering in the room. Determined to unravel the enigma that had haunted the city for so long, she reopened the investigation. Her first lead came from a retired journalist, Frank Sullivan, who had covered the original Zodiac case. Sullivan had kept a personal collection of articles, notes, and interviews that never made it into print. Among his possessions was a worn-out notebook filled with coded messages purportedly sent by the killer. As Sarah deciphered the cryptograms, patterns began to emerge. The Zodiac's messages seemed to contain clues that led her to abandoned warehouses, decaying parks, and other forgotten corners of the city. Each location held remnants of the past, traces of the elusive killer's twisted mind. The more Sarah uncovered, the more she became entangled in the web of the Zodiac's legacy. It was as if the killer had left behind a trail of breadcrumbs, daring her to follow. The city, once bustling with life, now felt like a ghost town, haunted by the echoes of the past. One evening, as Sarah explored an abandoned amusement park mentioned in the coded messages, she stumbled upon a hidden chamber beneath the rusted roller coaster. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and in the dim light, she discovered a makeshift shrine adorned with newspaper clippings, drawings, and strange symbols. The realization struck her like a thunderbolt. The Zodiac Killer was not just a murderer, but an artist, creating a macabre masterpiece that spanned decades. The shrine seemed to be a homage to the chaos he had sown, a testament to the enduring power of fear. As she pieced together the final clues, Sarah found herself standing in front of an old, dilapidated mansion on the outskirts of the city. The moon cast an eerie glow on the crumbling facade, and the silence was broken only by the distant howl of a lone wolf. With trepidation, Sarah entered the mansion, guided by the chilling intuition that this was the lair of the Zodiac. As she ascended the creaking staircase, the air grew heavier, suffused with the weight of the unsolved mystery that had tormented the city for decades. At the end of a dimly lit hallway, she found a door slightly ajar. Pushing it open, she entered a room filled with old newspapers, faded photographs, and a desk covered in coded messages. And there, in the center of the room, was a single chair facing the window. As she approached, Sarah saw a figure hunched over in the chair. A man, aged and frail, his eyes glazed with the distant gaze of someone lost in memories. The Zodiac Killer, it seemed, had been hiding in plain sight, living a life of quiet obscurity as the city continued to grapple with the specter of his crimes. In that surreal moment, Sarah felt a mixture of closure and unease. The mystery that had consumed her for so long was unraveled, but the haunting question lingered. What drove a man to become the Zodiac, and how many more mysteries lay hidden in the shadows of the past?